Hello and greetings. This is Ermina. I'm also known as Tutu, and you are watching Gomon. Thanks for joining us. If you are here for the first time, be sure to check out the getting started videos. They just give you some tips and suggestions on how to protect yourself. Highly recommended. Now, today we're going to talk about Cerasee or Asosi, Te Asosi in Haiti. And the only sample I have to display and show you is actually a very small container of what I have left. And ooh, I can't seem to do this properly. There we go. All right, so that's how it's sometimes spelled. Sometimes one S, sometimes it's two S's and one E and two E's. In Haiti, it's known as Asosi, Te Asosi. And I don't know any Haitian person who has not grown up with Te Asosi. Um, there might be one somewhere out there, but it is a cure all for so many ailments, from your standard cold and flu to it's used by pregnant women during pregnancy, post pregnancy. It is used in a bush bath, which is a typical bath that cleanses and detox. It's a great blood detoxifier. As a matter of fact, the primary reason that I grew up using it was like colds and flus into detox. If you're not feeling well, which is a lot of Haitian medicine is preventive. It's not so much like after you're sick then you want to do something. It's like if you at the first sign of something, take this. This is what Te Asosi was used for as the first sign of anything. Like, oh, I'm not feeling too well. Take I want Te Asosi. Go get some Asosi. And I love it because I can't believe it's all I have left. Okay. Normally I keep as much as I can around, but this is all I could find to display and show with you so show you today. Okay. Which part of the plant is used typically? All of it. Oh, by the way, this is originally from Africa and the Middle East. So that's another reason why I really, really, really like this, because it tells me that it is some of my ancestors used this for millennia ago. So because of that, I really keep this around as much as possible. Okay, so in terms of potential uses, the leaf is used, the stem is used, the fruit is used in certain parts. I've never used the fruit myself, but people use the fruit. Um, and as far as the roots, I'm not sure. Research the roots. I'm not sure if the roots are used. But usually in most places, everything is used. Again, part of my videos is to spark ideas. So I don't go around doing a lot of research. I want you guys to go and do the research yourself. So check out, see if the roots can be used. And then let me know. Um, but I've used this for everything. The only thing I will tell you is it tastes horrible. It's very bitter tasting. Um, and I know people will actually use sweeteners and stuff to make it taste better. I do not. I like to take things the way they come because I believe life has all the flavors: sweet, bitter, pungent, sour, and so on. Now, if something is really, really, really horrible, then I will put a little bit of something, something in it. But not. This is not that bad. Yeah, it is that bad. It's pretty bitter. Okay, so it can be used to deworm. It can be used for blood. I think I mentioned that. Fevers. It's definitely used for fevers, colds, and flus. Anything that deals with hot and cold of the body temperature. That's a good one. Definitely a blood cleanser. And I'm forgetting something. Oh, hypertension. Okay, that's another thing. Tension. It's used for that as well. So must have. Okay, on a scale of 1 to 5, this is like off the scale. Okay, whenever I say off the scale, that means 10, on a scale of 1 to 5. And yes, you need to have more than this in your home. Um, and this is the dry leaf, and it's crushed. So you can have it in various formats, not just the dry leaf, and you can even have it the fresh version as well. Is there risk with this? Yes. Do your research. I always have to add that. But also, as with anything that actually purifies or detoxifies, you don't want to use it all the time because you don't want to keep pulling stuff from your system. What my mom used to tell me is, you can drink it for a few days. I know some people will drink it for specifically 7 or 9 or 12, and there's a specific number of days they'll take it, and I think 9 is one of the most popular you have to determine this one on your own. It does increase appetite. So this is not a weight loss tool. So it will increase your appetite. So it's actually good for somebody who has lost their appetite for whatever the reason and needs to increase their appetite. And by the way, I think a lot of bitters do that. So just on a side note, it can also be used as a compress. It can be used on the skin for rashes, insect bites, and things like that. It's a must-have. I don't know what else to say about Asosi. In Haiti, I primarily used it for tea, okay, in tea form. And it could be strong and it could be very light. Normally, I like it somewhere in the middle because I don't put a lot of other stuff in there, no sugar and so on. And I don't have a lot. I mean, I have like what 8 ounces or less, and then I'm done and repeat it the next day or as often as I need to. I did do a little bit of research to see what are the big components in this and why this is so powerful. Vitamin A and iron. Duh. Iron is like the tool for revitalizing the body. Um, Not in its supplement form, but when it comes as a whole being with other things like phosphorus and so on. So this is a whole being rather than just when it's been extracted out of everything and just given to you in a pill. It has a different reaction when it's done that way. It still works for certain things, but it has a different reaction. But as a whole being in this format, and I'm calling it a being because it is a being, it is an entity. Okay, called Cerasee or Asosi. And I did say I was going to stay out of the spiritual stuff. Gosh, I can't help myself. Um, so, so be sure to have Asosi in your home. Try it out. You can have it in various levels of taste. So it doesn't have to be strong and super strong. I don't know if you can find this everywhere. You definitely can find it in Caribbean stores for sure, or Caribbean markets. Obviously, online you can find it. I recommend if there's a Caribbean market nearby, please visit them because they're probably brick and mortar places that sell things like this usually need your help. So definitely check them out if there's a Caribbean, a Haitian, Jamaican, any of the folks that are trying to sell some of our products from back home. Definitely check them out and support them. Oh, and as a bath, I think I mentioned you can also use it as part of what's called a bush bath or folk bath, which is where many different leaves are used. By the way, I have 2 or 3 or 4 different leaves that I'm going to talk about that are not often found in Western practices, like avocado leaf and soursop leaf, and I have a few others. I think I still have some here. So I'll make sure those are included in future videos, or depending on when this video goes on, past videos, so that you guys can check them out because they really do work very well. All right, so thank you for watching. Be sure to like, share, subscribe, and not like if you don't like it. That's okay as well because you can educate me. All right, thanks for watching.